I absolutely hate losing to the Knicks. So if I overreact, sue me. What are you gonna do? Sue me. I'm mad. I found this to be one of the most aggravating Heat games that I've seen in a very, very long time. Now you may be sitting there thinking, why are you so mad, Ant? Is it because the Heat gave up 36 points to Landry Shamet? Now, yes, that's part of it. We'll get into him, but that's not even the main reason. You might be saying, Ant, are you mad because the Heat have Norman Powell and he's the greatest shooter to ever touch a basketball and the Heat appear to be wasting his prime? Sounds like a very weird thing to say. He's 32 years old, but he is awesome. There was a debate a couple weeks ago. We were saying, oh, who's better, him or Tyler Hero? I don't know. Oh, no, I know. That man, Norman Powell, is sensational. But I found tonight so frustrating because every time he took this team and put them on his back offensively and was hitting bucket after bucket, making it rain in Madison Square Garden, the Heat would just give up an easy basket or an offensive rebound to the Knicks so that he could never actually cut into the deficit. As much as Norman Powell was carrying us, everybody on the team couldn't get a damn stop. But that's actually not why I'm the most mad either. I'm the most mad because I find this team to be the most frustrating thing. They do the most frustrating thing ever, which is not secure a defensive rebound. That's why. Time and time again, Mitchell Robinson damn near had 45 offensive rebounds and he played like 12 minutes. And I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed that Udonis Haslem, working for Amazon Prime, was forced to sit there and cover this game. I'm embarrassed that the Heat performed like that in front of the greatest rebound in your franchise's history. And it wasn't just Mitchell Robinson. It wasn't just Karl Anthony Towns, who yes, we knew had a size advantage today. We knew he was going to eat Andrew Wiggins alive and Khalil Ware. We know that. But it wasn't just him. It was Miles McBride, the little ass point guard on the New York Knicks, Jalen Brunson's backup. It was his backup grabbing rebounds over multiple Heat players. It was Davion Mitchell and Andrew Wiggins staring at air balls, watching OG Anunoby pick it up and drop it in. I understand the Heat are a very small team, and we know they have a major personnel problem when it comes to size, especially without Bam Adebayo. Obviously, without Bam, your rebound is going to suffer a lot. But at the end of the day, I'm going to use an old Spoism, and he says that the ball finds energy. When you are energized, you will get more rebounds. I'm not saying you're going to out-rebound the Knicks. I'm not saying that you're going to have 1,000 offensive rebounds, but you're not going to get completely demolished on the boards like the Heat did today. And if you look at the numbers, the crazy thing is, the numbers, they don't even look that bad. In terms of offensive rebound differential, because on the night the Miami Heat finished with they had 15 offensive rebounds themselves and only gave up 20 to the Knicks. 20 is a lot, but you're talking about a 5 rebound differential right there. But if you looked at all the possessions that the Knicks maintained because the Heat couldn't secure a defensive rebound and just smacked the ball out of bounds and went back to the New York Knicks, that type of stuff adds up. I mean, the New York Knicks today, they took 104 shots every single game. Now, the Miami Heat are just giving up so many more shot attempts than themselves. The Heat took 95 shots today. That's actually a lot. But it's at the time in the point of the game when the Heat are giving up these boards. Oh, it is the most back-breaking possessions ever because you're busting your ass to get back in the game and you just feel like you have no chance. No chance because you know you're never going to be able to get enough rebounds to actually come back. It's the same thing I felt about the Denver game. It's like I've never felt like the Heat were still in a game and were always on the doorstep of a comeback. They were this close to leading the comeback, but also had no shot in hell to win at the same time. Because I think the Heat lost by 15 against Denver. They only lost by 10 today. But you knew you had no shot when the Knicks went up double digits early in that fourth quarter. You knew you had no shot because you knew even if you did get enough stops, you weren't going to get enough rebounds. And then what good is it having all the great perimeter defense that this team has with Davion Mitchell and Drew Smith if you're not going to be able to guard Landry Shamet? And he wasn't just getting hot from three. Yes, he did get hot, but he was also going coast to coast, running right through a Heat defense with no resistance whatsoever. Oh, just what an aggravating game from the rebound perspective. And the reason that it makes me more mad is because this Heat team has the personnel and the offensive scheme with the fast-paced running gun, driving kicks to be one of the most fun watches in the entire league. But when they're not rebounding, it is the complete opposite extreme in terms of an entertaining watch. It goes from one of the most exciting brands of basketball that I've seen in this Heat history to the most aggravating. There is nothing more frustrating than giving up offensive rebound after offensive rebound after offensive rebound. It's just a slow burn. Oh, and it is so frustrating. And it is also a personnel problem. You know, I didn't love the effort today on the glass from a lot of the guys out there, but how did you go into, but it's not a new issue, right? The Heat haven't been able to get a rebound for years. And then you come into this season with less bigs than you did in the past. The only other bigs you had on the roster last year, you know, you had Jovic, Ware, Bam. You had Kevin Love, Kyle Anderson. Those guys aren't even big, but they were some of your bigger players. You got rid of them, rightfully so. Obviously, the Norman Powell trade has worked out brilliantly, but you didn't even attempt to replace them with anybody. It's quite literally malpractice to go into the season with no big man. Even if Bam was playing, that's not fixing all of this. Bam can't do it himself. Because outside of Bam Adebayo, your only other bigs are Khalil Ware, who is not a good rebounder at all. I don't care what the numbers say. I don't care that he had 20 boards versus the Cavs. I don't care that he had 9 rebounds tonight. If you're watching him out there, he's not a good rebounder because he's getting pushed around by everybody. But he's so tall, yeah, he's going to have a few rebounds fall into his hand to make the numbers look good at the end of the day. But if you watch his body language, if you watch him compared to a way like Josh Hart is out there boxing out, or even some guys in the, look at Pelle Larsson box out, look at Jaime Jaquez. Khalil Ware can't do that. But he's your big man, so you're relying on him for size, and he's not doing it. So outside of Bam Adebayo, you got Khalil Ware, who is not a good rebounder, or at least doesn't try on that side of the ball. And then your only other big man is Nikola Jovic, who stinks. I'm tired. I was going to say tired of giving him a pass. I haven't been giving him a pass, but I've been saying, let's put some perspective on it. He's still young. He'll get better. And that's true. I'm not writing him off by any means, but it's like, come on, dude. Like, you're unplayable. You are unplayable. And even Spo felt that way because we saw Keshad Johnson minutes tonight. Keshad Johnson got fourth quarter minutes in a close game because Spo didn't trust Nikola Jovic. We always talk about, how skilled Jovic is. Why? Because he's 6'10", he has the ability to shoot, and we've seen him dribble. But, okay, he can do those things, but he doesn't. He rushes every three-pointer. There's no form on it whatsoever. Every shot does not look the same. There's no consistency there. And then every time he dribbles, he's running into the other players. He's committing charges. He shows no finesse. He can't finish at the rim. He's not aggressive enough. Put on all that muscle for nothing. Like, he stinks. And the fact that this is coming up, and the reason why I don't want to even give him any benefit of the doubt, really, is because this is coming off him just signing an extension where he'll be making $15 million a year. It hasn't kicked in yet, but he's getting that money. You need to start performing right away because I'm tired. I'm not having another Hassan Whiteside situation. I'm not having another Duncan Robinson situation where these guys get paid and then they stink. And I don't even want to blame Jovic. The Heat did not have to extend Jovic. They could have waited another year, but no, they had to extend Jovic. They had to do it. They had to go and give Keshad Johnson a standard contract. Like, come on, dude. Come on. Like, the roster construction on this team is awful. Awful. I'm out there watching Mitchell Robinson getting paid like $10 million a year to be an offensive rebound machine. He couldn't get someone like that. I'm watching the Houston Rockets, who traded 2 second-round picks to get Steven Adams. 2 second-round picks. That he couldn't do something like that? Oh, no, wait, they couldn't. You know why? Because we had to attach all our second-round picks to get rid of all the bad contracts that we signed. We had to attach a first-round pick to Kyle Lowry to get off of his contract to bring in Terry Rozier. So you're making these mistakes and you're compounding on those mistakes, and that's why I'm frustrated, because I'm sitting here watching a Heat team that has a lot of talent on it and a brilliant offensive scheme instilled by Eric Spoelstra. But because they have these glaring holes in terms of a true facilitator and, more importantly, size, all the other talent goes to waste. Because it doesn't matter how good your team is offensively if you can't get a rebound. It does not matter. And that's why I'm frustrated. Because if I thought this team sucked, if I thought they had no good players on this roster, I wouldn't care. But I think this Heat team is close. oh, I think they're so good, but it's malpractice they went into here with no big men. And the ones they did sign is Kashad Johnson, who at the time of his standard contract made no sense. Yes, I was a fan of Kashad. I did believe in him. But as a two-way player, I was not campaigning for him to get a standard contract. No. Especially at one of your big men forward spots. I like Nikola Jovic. I wasn't campaigning to give him an extension right now. What's the point of that? You might as well let it play out the year, see what he's actually worth. And then Khalil Ware, I always had my concerns about him. Y'all can roll back the footage on draft night. I wanted Dalton Connect so bad. And hey, that doesn't make me look great either. Connect is not the best NBA player either, but I had my concerns with Khalil Ware. He was still 4th on my draft board, so I don't want to act like, or in terms of guys that he could get, so I don't want to act like I thought he stunk, but the effort stuff concerned me. The body language stuff concerned me, and I'll tell you what, he's a frustrating watch. He's a really frustrating watch. And then you got all these Heat fans out there, or not a lot of Heat fans, but there's definitely a group of Heat fans out there. They're like, oh, we got to pay Tyler Hero now. Why? I'm just getting tired of watching Tyler Hero 2 posting his Instagram stories. Oh, I'll be back soon. We don't need you. Don't need you. How many times did we score this many points with you here? We don't need you. You know? And then a lot of Heat fans, oh, we need Tyler. We don't need Bam Adebayo. Look at this team without Bam Adebayo. They're giving up 31 points to Karl Anthony Towns in the first half. I don't even know why I'm making this a Tyler versus Bam thing. That's when I'm really crashing out. Oh, my God. I told you, that's why I started this video. But at the beginning, I said, if I overreact, don't blame me. I actually think I said sue me. Oh, my God. This is one of those videos where it's like, I don't even know if I want to post it. Because as I'm talking, I'm acknowledging like half the things I'm saying are ridiculous. But I don't even blame myself because this game was so wildly frustrating. There was a sequence. There was a lot of sequences where I almost crashed out. But one specifically, which one was that? It was let's just go through my notes. I'll get to it because I did take quite a bit of notes on this one. So the game was on Prime. Who cares? People make a big deal about the halftime shows. I don't care about none of that. Yeah, do I think the guys do a good job? You know, Dirk and Blake and Steve Nash and UD. Yeah, they do, but I don't care. I'm busy during halftime anyways. I don't watch none of that stuff. But we go into the first quarter. It was an NBA Cup game. Y'all know I hate that also. And at the end, you got Stan Van Gundy. Oh, look at the guys playing to the end. How can you not love it? I hate it. I don't want to risk my guys getting hurt just to win an NBA Cup. What the hell do I care about the NBA Cup? I don't give a damn about that shit. I don't care about that. You know, it's stupid. The whole thing's stupid. In an NBA where nobody can stay healthy, yeah, let's instill an in-season cup where guys have to play more, where they have to play more, and they already can't stay healthy. I'm watching the Heat play their starters out here now. We're already missing Tyler Hero and Bam. You want to lose someone else? Well, take your damn starters out the game. Who the hell cares about the NBA Cup? I don't know. The Heat started this game up 7-0. They're looking good from the start. And then it was a sign of things to come after that. The downfall started right away because Mitchell Robinson then had like 3 offensive rebounds over Khalil Ware. And then he kicked it out to Towns, who hit a 3. So it's like, okay, there goes the Heat's great start. You know, we're already back to the rebounding stuff just a few possessions into the game. I mean, Towns was insane really in the first quarter. He had 3 threes, and it's like, you knew Towns was going to body a lot inside with the size advantage, but you're giving up 3s to Towns. Like, he's shooting over our guys too, but come on, like, you should at least be able to guard the 3. And I know you're sagging off a little bit. You don't want him to blow by you, but it's like he's Karl Anthony Towns, bro. He's not the fastest guy out there. I don't know. It was frustrating watching him cook. One of his threes, though, was a self-pass. He literally threw it to the corner. There was no one there. Sprinted to it, caught the ball, and shot it. Spo's going crazy. He's saying it's a self-pass. Obviously it was. Refs didn't call it. I thought refs were terrible tonight in general just because there was Spo challenged twice, won both of them. Just obvious calls. You shouldn't even have to waste a challenge on those. We'll get to that, though. Luckily, though, in the first quarter, Mitchell Robinson had 3 fouls. 2 of them were moving screens. So to Davion Mitchell's credit, he did a good job fighting around that moving screen, forcing the ref to make a call. But then there was another offensive rebound, the one that Anunoby just caught an air ball because Davion and Wiggins are just looking at the air ball. Oh, you get it. When you can't rebound, both of you get the ball. I'd rather you lose a couple possessions out of bounds a game than nobody go for the ball. I don't know. We got the rebound, dunked it in. Then Norman really started cooking in that court as well. They were taught Van Gundy, to his credit, he was campaigning pretty hard all game for Norman Powell to make the All-Star game. And as he was saying that, Norman hit back-to-back 3s. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, Norman Powell, if the season ended today, or if All-Star break was this today, he absolutely deserves to make the All-Star team. What a fun watch. No bad things to say about Norman Powell whatsoever. Absolute dog. Nikola Jovic, very uneven first quarter. This is the stuff that frustrates me about him is for every great play he has multiple bad ones, or it's just he can never get into any sort of rhythm. Like he had a great behind the back pass to Shamet, who laid it in, and then he was wide open for three, completely bricked it, shanked it off the right side of the rim so hard, there was no chance for anyone to get the rebound, and he was wide ass open. Those are the ones you got to hit. So bad possession there. But then a couple plays later, had a beautiful driving layup in transition, looked great. And then a couple of plays later, he threw the ball right to Mikal Bridges, who started a fast break. Like, what you're throwing right to Bridges? What are you doing, yo? What the hell are you doing? These type of turnovers are avoidable. You're just completely telegraphing your pass. You threw it right to Bridges. Now, Bridges had a fast break and missed the dunk somehow. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Wide open dunk he missed. But anyways, the Heat would actually be up after the first quarter. They'd be up 33-30. They would announce Anunoby was out of the game. He tweaked something, I forget what. So at this point, no excuses. We have no Bam. We have no Tyler. They have no Brunson. They have no Anunoby. No excuses. There's just not, And going into the second quarter, Spo would challenge an out-of-bounds call that Fontecchio actually campaigned for Spo to challenge. And as we've been saying all season, I like how Spo's been listening to his players off that. It's just annoying because, the ball so clearly hit Jordan Clarkson out of bounds. Like he was sitting on the ground and hit his foot. It's like, what are the refs looking at, bro? It's like Van Gundy's out there. He's campaigning the whole time himself. He's like, oh, why did Spo challenge it? There was only 3 seconds on the shot clock. That's a bad challenge. I'm like, you get in on Spo for challenging it. Get on the damn refs for missing a call. Come on, that's an obvious. How do you not see that? He's sitting. His whole ass is out of bounds. The ball hits his foot. Get more mad at the refs, Van Gundy. Spo did challenge a few plays later where Jovic, they called a charge on Jovic. It actually was a block. So Spo would challenge that. He'd win that challenge again. But now they said he's out of challenges. I didn't know the rule on that. I guess you only get 2 challenges, even if they're both successful. I don't know. That's BS. So because the refs suck, you win both challenges, you don't get any more? That's BS, man. I got to get through these notes real quick. I already been talking for 17 minutes. Oh, man. I don't even feel like reading this just because all of this is irrelevant now. It's all because they can't get a rebound. It's all irrelevant. And I'm just not looking forward to getting to the impending doom of the notes I typed out during Shamet's barrage in the second half. All right, let's get through it. Towns hit some tough threes in the second quarter as well. The defense wasn't awful, but in general, I feel like Khalil Ware did a really bad job tracking Towns behind the line. At some point, you got to realize Towns is on fire. Maybe force him to drive a little bit. Maybe I don't care if he's 3 feet behind the three-point line. Maybe you want to play up Khalil Ware. How many damn threes does Towns have to get? See, this is why I don't want to do this video. All I'm going to do is get mad. Because I'm watching this and it's obvious to me. But Khalil Ware is going to let Towns rain 3 after 3 after 3. And then he's going to be like, oh, I didn't think he was going to make it. He's 4 or 5 feet behind the three-point line. I don't care. He's calling Anthony Towns to shoot the ball. Hello? Have you not heard? Self-proclaimed best shooting big man of all time. Guard up. I don't care how far he is behind the line. He just hit 4 3-pointers. It was an awful finish to the quarter. Shamet would miss back-to-back free throws, and then Josh Hart got the rebound and drove right through Shamet's chest, coast to coast for a layup. Then Josh Hart cooked Kashad Johnson for a last-second bucket. The Heat would be down 10 at the half. Towns had 31. Mitchell Robinson with 7 rebounds, 6 of them offensive. Ridiculous. And he only played less than 7 minutes. Going into the third quarter, I think the Heat did a better job on Towns in that quarter, specifically Wiggins, because Ware didn't guard Towns at all that quarter. They were hiding Ware on Josh Hart. You know how embarrassing that is? The one big man we have is so bad at guarding Towns that they can't even do it. You got to put 6'7" Wiggins on him. He should be ashamed of himself, Khalil Ware, that you are getting roasty toasty that bad by Cat that they have to put the 6'7" guy on him. That's ridiculous. Anyways, Wiggins did a nice job on Towns. Towns would try bodying him first play. Wiggins did a great job to tie him up, force a jump ball. Next possession, Mitchell Robinson actually committed his 4th foul. But even when they took him out the game, that's when they put Khalil Ware on Josh Hart. And you still had Wiggins on Towns. I think Wiggins almost ripped him again the next play. They called a foul on Wiggins. I didn't agree with that either. But, I mean, Ware, he was getting out rebounded by Josh Hart still. Khalil Ware, he got dunked on by Landry Shamet in that quarter. if you were looking for an excuse to bench someone, getting dunked on by Shamet should do it. That should do it. As if Ware didn't do enough bad things out there. And people, they're going to look at the box score with Khalil Ware, and they're going to say, oh, Khalil Ware today, he had 15 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double, shot 62% from the field. He was not good. I'm here to tell you Khalil Ware was not good today at all. I don't care what the numbers say. Pelle Larsson will make it interesting, though. He would hit back-to-back threes to make it a 4-point game with 7 minutes to go. Then there was an over-the-back foul called on Josh Hart. The Knicks would complain for literally like a minute or two, and there's no delay of game. It's like, if you watch this game, I hope you know why I'm frustrated. Everybody on that team is so damn unlikable. Between Karl Anthony Towns, every 5 seconds arguing, what? After all that? And Josh Hart, I didn't touch him. Smack the guy across the arm. I didn't touch him. And for 2 minutes, they're arguing with the refs. Jame's waiting at the free throw line to shoot free throws, which maybe I should be happy the Knicks delayed Jame's free throws because he stunk from the line today, too. It's just annoying. You had Josh Hart was on the ground faking a knee injury, and then they realized that they called an over-the-back foul on him. And then all of a sudden, knee don't hurt no more. Let me get up and start arguing with the ref. All of a sudden, your knee don't hurt no more. But you realize they called a foul on you. I'm just sick of this damn team, man. I'm sick of it. Hate the Knicks, man. And then, that stretch in the third quarter. The Heat would cut it to 2, like 4 or 5 times, and they could not get a stop any time. You know, one time the Knicks answered with a Shamet 3. Another time they answered with a Shamet and 1. Another time they answered with a Shamet lay. You see a theme here? Another time they answered with a Jordan Clarkson tough fadeaway. Drew Smith will get an and 1. Mitchell Robinson draw his 5th foul. And he has a chance to hit a free throw to put the Heat down 1 to finally make it under 2. Misses the free throw. He's still down 2. McBride will answer with a tough midi. They tried putting Jovic on Towns for a little bit in there. Not existent. I mean, Towns was just getting his own offensive rebounds like Jovic wasn't even there. Like, he wasn't even there. It's ridiculous. The Knicks would only be up. That being said, the Knicks were only up 6 after the third quarter. So it just sounds funny to say I'm over here crashing out. The Knicks were only up 6. But it's like, we all saw what was coming. We all saw it. The fourth quarter starts, Kashad Johnson's in there. Somehow he was worse than Jovic, and I don't blame him. He's Kashad Johnson. He shouldn't be playing in the first place. And I called the dagger. It was with 10 minutes to go. Mitchell Robinson got 3 straight offensive rebounds, and that ended it up in Shamet getting fouled on a 3. It's like just back-breaking stuff, because if the Heat get a stop in a 3, all of a sudden you're looking at a 3-point game. You know, now it's all the way up to 9 or whatever it was at that point. I don't know. Or it put the Knicks up 11. That's what it was with 10 minutes to go. Towns would check back in, and they would put Jame on him. Still had Ware guarding Josh Hart, which is ridiculous. And then McBride. That's when McBride had the offensive rebound from the floor over 3 Heat defenders. And then the closest I came to crashing out, as I was saying earlier, is where Shamet took Ware right to the rim, blew right past him for a layup. And then on the other side, the Heat missed a shot. And I'm watching Shamet box out Ware. And Ware makes no effort to get the rebound over Shamet. All he had to do was put his hands up. He didn't have to jump. Put your hands up. Grab the ball over little ass Shamet. That's all you got to do, Ware. Ware makes no effort to get the rebound. So Shamet gets in and goes coast to coast. Coast to coast. No resistance whatsoever. And starts hyping up the layup with his ugly ass balding hair. And I know I'm one to touch. I talk. I got a balding mustache. Yeah, who cares, okay? Takes one to know one. Shamet's balding. I'm balding. Who cares? I hate that guy, bro. He's a random scrub Heat killer Hall of Famer. He is. Oh, I hate that guy. The Heat would still have a chance, though. As I was saying, this whole time, they're in the game. 3.5 minutes to go. Jame's at the line with a chance to cut the deficit to 9. 9-point game, 3.5 minutes to go. You're in it. But Jame would miss both free throws. And then Shamet would hit a 3 on the other end. And I don't know if that was pretty much all she wrote, other than a couple cheap baskets late because, it's the NBA Cup. Hate this damn thing. Do I even want to go through the box score here? I mean, the Heat had 6 players in double figures. Larsson with 14. I do think Larsson had a nice game. But Larsson with 14. Wiggins with 15. He only shot 33%. That part was disappointing because Towns is not a great defender. And if Towns is going to kill you on one end because of his size, I would have loved to see Wiggins kill him on the other end with his speed. He just couldn't hit today, unfortunately. But Khalil Ware, 15 and 10. Not good overall. And then, because I mean, look, even that's why I like looking at this. Even the plus minus backs it up. In a game that he lose by 10, Norman Powell was a +4, and Khalil Ware was a -3. It's like, These guys start together. They start the first quarter together. They play the third quarter. They start the third quarter together. A lot of their minutes are tied together. So theoretically, they should have a similar plus minus. No, instead, they have a 7-point plus minus differential. That's how bad Khalil Ware was when Norman Powell wasn't in the game. And not even Norman Powell, because Powell was playing awesome, obviously. But Davion Mitchell had a +4. He had a +4, but Khalil Ware got to be a -3. It's just, it's not a coincidence, these numbers, if you watch the game. Norman Powell today, wow, 38 points, 8 of 15 from 3. He is awesome. Then Davion Mitchell today, double too, 11 points, 11 assists, and that was to 1 turnover. And then, as always, as we check, Drew Smith today, 2 assists to 1 turnover. So your 2 point guards, 13 assists to 2 turnovers. So they took care of the ball today. You just wish one of them could have stopped Landry Shamet. I guess not. Jaime Jaquez did stuff the stat sheet after a rough performance last game. He did bounce back with 23, 9, and 7. Shot 9 of 20 from the field. And then Nikola Jovic today was a plus. How the hell was he a plus? Sometimes the plus minus is a fluke. Sometimes, you know, you can use it to back up what the eye test shows. Sometimes, not the other way around though. But he today, 3 points on 1 of 4 shooting. He was awful. Fontecchio chipped in 9 points. Drew Smith chipped in 4. And in 2 minutes, Kashad Johnson was a -4. If the Heat use the one or two of the first round picks they have to get some sort of size, you bring back Tyler, you bring back Bam, this could be a scary team. They can be. Until then, their obvious flaws are going to hurt them. But we'll see what happens. Right now on FanDuel, they have the Heat at 43.5 wins. So I do think the Heat can reach that total if they do some of those things. But we'll see. You know, preseason, I think they had the Heat at 37.5 wins. So obviously they jumped off a lot since then. But anyways, let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you think my 26.5 minutes of crashing out was justified, or if you were just as mad as me, or if I should shut the hell up, because I know damn well when he beat the Knicks in 2 days, I'm going to be screaming championship. Because, yeah, the Heat do play the Knicks again. When is that game? I think it's on Monday. Yeah, the Heat play the Knicks again on Monday. So, hey, all this crashing out could be for nothing. That being said, if you stayed to the end of the video, what's wrong with you? I do appreciate you, but what's wrong with you? Like the video, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
Look, pull up in your city, tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.